So today we're going to be going over the easiest way to complete the silent and sneaky approach without getting detected. So first things first, let's just briefly run through the planning board. For the support crew, you're going to want to pick the cheapest gunman and driver and the most expensive hacker. If you're wondering why, it's basically because you don't need good guns, as you'll only be going for headshots at close range, as you'll see later, and the getaway cars really aren't that important. But the reason you should pick the best hacker is because the hacker determines how long you get inside the vault. But if you're looking for a more in-depth explanation, then click on the link at the top of the screen. And that's where I explain in detail which is the best gunman, driver and hacker to use for all three heist approaches. So for the choice of weapons, it really doesn't matter which loadout you pick. They've all got suppressors on them, so just pick whichever one you want. And for getaway cars, you're going to want to choose the Sentinel Classics. So for the optional preps, I've highlighted in green the ones that you should do. These include patrol routes, Duggan shipments, security intel and level 2 security pass. And in red are the ones that you don't need to do, which is power drills, EMP device and infiltration suits. And again, I've got a video explaining all the optional preps. I'll link it at the top of the screen if you want to check that out. But anyways, now we can go ahead and start the heist. So you're going to want to choose the staff lobby for both your entrance and your exit. For the choice of buyer, obviously go with high buyer. You don't need to bother with the clean vehicle or the gunman decoy, so don't worry about them. And now all you need to do is just split the cut between you and you're ready to go. When you arrive at the staff lobby, there is a camera there, so just hug the wall and run underneath it like this so that you don't get spotted. Now, once you're inside, there's actually 4 different variations of where the guards might spawn. And I'm going to cover each one and show you exactly what to do. But before we get into that, here's a quick tip. When you see 2 guards standing together like this, the easiest way to take them out is by using voice chat with your teammate and saying, I'll get left, you get right, or vice versa, and then just say 3, 2, 1, go and headshot them. Now, I know this seems quite obvious, but the reason I'm mentioning this is because throughout the video, you might see me taking them both out by myself, like this. Now, obviously, you don't need to do it like that. Like I said, just get your friend to help you out. They shoot one, you shoot the other. It makes things much easier. So here we go, this is variation number 1. There'll be 2 guys standing behind this desk, one standing over here, one in the office and one in the corridor. The first thing you do is you stun the metal box so it doesn't beep when you walk through, and also stun the camera so you can get into the office without being seen. Then you're going to want to take out these 2 guys here. And once you've done that, there's going to be another guy over here, so you want to take him out as well. Now what you want to do is head into the office and take out this guy as well. And that's it, that's variation number 1, so now we can move on to variation number 2. So the second variation involves 2 guys together behind the desk and 2 guys together in the office. So again, just stun the metal box and you can walk straight through. The first thing you want to do is take out these 2 guys right here, and then just like last time you want to stun the camera so that it won't spot you. Now you need to take out the 2 guys in the office, but make sure you stand back so that you're not in their cone of vision, and once you've taken them out you can head straight into the office. So variation number 3, you'll have 2 guys in the office standing a fair distance apart from each other, and then you'll have 2 guys standing together on the left hand side of the metal detector. So again, stun the metal box and you can walk straight through. Now, before you take these guys out, make sure you stun the camera, otherwise the camera will see their dead bodies and this will set off the alarms alerting the guards. And once you've taken these guys out, you need to destroy the camera by shooting it down, because the stun gun only disables it temporarily, meaning that it soon switch back on and see them. So by destroying it, it means that the camera definitely won't see those bodies. Now you just shoot this guy in the head, and the other guy won't notice because his back is turned, so don't worry about that. And then you shoot this guy in the head as well, and then you can head straight into the office. So that's the third variation. Now we can move on to variation number 4. With this one, there'll be 1 guy looking right at the metal detector, a guy in the office, 2 guys standing together to the far left hand side, and a guy walking up and down the corridor. So again, stun the metal box, but this time don't walk straight through, because remember that guy is looking right in our direction. So you need to take him out quickly before he can react, and then you can walk through. And once you've done that, stun the camera so you won't get spotted. Now you're going to want to take out these 2 guys right here. Also, you want to get rid of this guy in the corridor, because although he's in a separate area, sometimes the game glitches out and he sees those bodies. So take him out just to be on the safe side. Now you can head into the office and shoot this guy, and that's it. That's all 4 variations covered, and from now on the guards will pretty much be in the same place. But before we get any further, let's go over a few more tips. When you kill anyone, make sure you don't kill them near CCTV cameras, otherwise the camera will spot the body and this will alert the guards, which is why I destroyed that camera earlier, because otherwise it would have seen those dead bodies. Also, when you kill anyone, make sure that no one else is going to walk by, otherwise they will spot the bodies and ring the alarm, which is why I killed this guy in the corridor so that he didn't see anything. Now, you can only disable 2 cameras at a time with your stun gun. If you stun a 3rd camera, then this will alert the guards. Also, you can destroy 1 camera by shooting it down, but only 1. Shoot down a 2nd camera, and again, this will alert the guards. So to put it simply, no more than 2 cameras down at a time. But anyway, you've now made it into the office and you'll see there's a guy walking up and down near the elevator, and for some reason he can't see you through the office window, so don't worry about that. Basically, just wait for him to walk past, then run up behind him and knock him out, and make sure you do it on this side and not the other side because there's a camera there. Now, before you go down to the basement, there's actually a small vault which contains some cash. In order to get inside, you'll need to have someone in the office open the door for you. It's random how much you'll get. It'll be anything from about 25 to 99k, and on this occasion we got 81k. Now, you don't have to get this cash, it's just an optional extra if you want a bit more money. Anyway, now that you've collected that, you can either take the stairs or the elevator down to the basement. Now, I strongly recommend you take the stairs because there's 2 guards waiting at the bottom, and if you take the elevator, they'll spot you straight away. So, when you're on the staircase, don't charge ahead just yet. There's going to be a guard that spawns around the corner. Just wait for him to get close and then smack him in the face with your gun. Now, continue going down, but before you go any further, there's a camera ahead. Simply stun the camera and then you can go all the way to the bottom. Here you can see the 2 guards that I mentioned earlier standing in front of the elevator. Take them both out at the same time with a headshot, and then you're going to want to check the map. As you can see, there's a guard standing in our way, so we can't really get past. So, in order to get around this problem, you run right up to this area here. Maybe don't go as close as I did because there's a camera there and you don't want the camera to spot you, but just go close enough so that the guard starts walking down this corridor, and wait until he gets out of range of that CCTV camera and then just shoot him in the head. Now that he's been taken care of, you can advance forward. And again, just be careful of where all the CCTV cameras are, and once the camera's moved out of the way, you can head into this little midsection right here. When you check the map, you'll see there's 2 guards behind the desk, one in the corner and one in the office. To make things easier, you can stun this camera so that you don't get spotted, and then you can take these guys out. Also, they're standing far enough away from each other that you can just headshot them one by one and the others won't notice, so you don't have to worry about taking them all out at the same time. Now that you've done that, there's only one more guy left to kill, so swipe your card, head into the office and take him out. Now, sometimes the guard in the office varies in position and will be facing towards where you're trying to go. If that is the case, you want to head round this way, enter the office from this side and take him out. And that's it, you're almost at the vault, and if you follow this guide step by step, then you should have made it to this point without being detected. So now just head towards the vault, take whatever you can and make sure you're out before the timer reaches 0. Otherwise you will alert the guards and all this work will be for nothing. Right, so we're back in the basement, and before you take this guy out, make sure the other 2 guards are out the room so they don't hear anything, and then you can go ahead and shoot him. To make things easier, you can stun this camera so that you won't get spotted when you go past. Also, watch out for the camera in the hallway, just wait for it to turn away before you go ahead. Now you can proceed forward, and you're going to want to take out these 2 guards, but make sure they're far away enough from each other so that they don't hear anything. And once you've done that, you can take the elevator back up to the top floor. Once you've made it upstairs, you'll see there's 2 guards in the office. Make sure the camera is facing the other way before you enter, and then you can go inside and shoot both of them. Also, remember at the beginning we took the money from that small vault. For some weird reason, the money just magically appears there again, so you can go ahead and collect it for a second time, and it'll be the same amount as it was before, so in our case, 81k. Anyway, whilst your teammate is busy collecting that, you can go ahead and take out this last guard. And that's it, there's no more guards to take out, and now you just wait for him to finish collecting the money, and then you can head towards the staff lobby. So, stun the metal detector, and then you can exit the building. Once you get outside, you're going to want to turn right, but make sure you avoid the cone of vision of the cameras, so run right this way, creep up behind this cop and knock him out. But before you proceed forward, wait for this cop to turn his back and then you can carry on. So continue following this route and then you can knock out this cop right here. Now you're clear to run straight to the getaway cars, but on this occasion the streetcar happened to be driving past, so we took that instead. But anyway, once you're inside a vehicle, the easiest way to lose the cops is to go in the sewer tunnel. So lose the cops in the sewers, emerge at this point, turn left onto the freeway and then drive straight to the buyer. And there we go, we've made it to the buyer without losing a single penny, and that's it. That's how to complete the silent and sneaky approach without alerting the guards. I hope you found this helpful, and if you have, then feel free to drop a like, and if you enjoy my content, then consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.